Hello, children. A warm welcome to you all. Welcome to our English class and a very good morning. Before going into today's topic, let's have a quick recap for the yesterday's session. Let me read out the sentences. We have done this B-bit, right? In page number 54. Complete these sentences about the house and the storm. The first one is already done for us. The speaker lived on the top floor of a 3-storied building in the hills. Second, the roof was made of tin sheets and the ceiling was made of wooden boards. Third, during the storm, the roof groaned and clattered. The rain hit the window and the lights kept coming and going. Fourth, rainwater came into the room from the roof and through the window. Fifth, the speaker and the children moved the books from his room and the books from the bookshelves into the children's room. Sixth, after the wind and rain, snow fell and icicles covered the window panes. In structures, we have completed possessive pronouns, right? So these are the answers. Third one, ours. Fourth, his. Fifth, yours. Sixth, hers. Seventh, theirs. And here in the prepositions, since I can't write in the textbook, I have drawn the lines. First one, please put the books in the cupboard. First one is done for us. Second, the show begins at 6 p.m. sharp. Third, is he hiding behind the curtains? Fourth, while I was jumping over the fence, I tripped. Fifth, we sat talking till 10 in the night. If you open page number 56, let's start today's topic. Words in use. Replace the words in color in these phrases with the correct words from the box. Then write the whole phrases as shown. So here they have given few words in the help box, and in the sentences few words have been colored. We need to correct or we need to change the words which are in color, and we need to write the sentence using the correct words which are given in the box. First one is done for us. The power of the wind and rain. So here the words given are roofless, piled, leapt, force, ripping. So what is the suitable word for power? Here we can say force. So we need to rewrite the sentence in this way. The force of the wind and rain. Understood, children? So you need to write to the side of the sentence in this way itself. The first one is already done for us. Let us see second one. A tearing sound made by the roof. So what is that tearing sound? What is the suitable word for tearing we can find in the box? It is ripping, right? So you need to write a ripping sound made by the roof. Third one, the books were placed one on top of another on the beds. So what is the suitable word for this phrase, placed one on top of another? So we have done with ripping, we have done with force. The remaining words are roofless, piled and leapt, right? So keeping books one on another. What is a suitable word for that? It is piled, right? We piled the books. Children piled the books on the beds and on the tables and on the stools, right? So the books were piled on the beds. Fourth, the rat jumped onto the desk. So what is a suitable word for jumped? As I said you, when in the story, if you remember, when the water droplet fell on the speaker's face, what did he do? He leapt from the bed, right? So means he jumped from the bed. So the rat leapt onto the desk is the right answer. Fifth, two rooms were now without a roof. So without a roof means they are roofless. Two rooms were now roofless. You need to write these sentences beside the sentences itself. Understood, children? As the first one is written, you need to write like that. Next, as we have discussed in our online session about the antonyms, I have given you the brief introduction about the antonyms, right? Antonyms are also called as what, children? Opposites. We already know what are opposites, right? But there is another name for opposites which is called as antonyms. So try to practice using the word antonyms instead of opposites. So that day we have used few antonyms using the letter un before the word, right? You know what is an opposite. We can add un before some words to make new words that mean the opposite. So here are few words: happy, unhappy; wrap, unwrap; pleasant, unpleasant; load, unload. Like lucky, unlucky. You all know what are those: lock, unlock. So here we need to fill the sentences using the antonyms. Complete these sentences with the opposites of the words in the box that begin with un. The words in brackets mean the same. The words in brackets mean the same as the opposites of the words in the box. So here are few words given in the boxes, children, like washed, tidy, tie, kind, lock, safe, cooked, pack. These words means the same, means it gives the same meaning of the words which are given in the brackets in the sentences. You need to choose the right word which gives the same meaning. You need to choose the right word and you need to write un before the word to convert into an antonym. First one, the potatoes in the dish are dash raw. So for the word raw, what is the suitable word which gives the same meaning? Washed, tidy, tie, kind, lock, safe, cooked, pack. So cooked, uncooked. Uncooked means raw, right? So in this way you need to choose the right word which gives the antonym by adding un before the word. Second one, I can dash open the door even without a key. So open, what is the antonym for open? Closed. So here choose the suitable word which gives the same meaning. Lock, unlock. So unlock, open. Third one, your room is really dash messy. Please put everything away. Here the word messy means which is not clean, right? Tidy, untidy. Untidy means which is not clean. So by adding un before the word tidy, it gives the antonym of messy. Fourth, he is very dash cruel to stray animals. Cruel means he is so wild. He is not safe. So for the word cruel, the antonym is unsafe. Understood, children? So like this, you need to choose the right answer. For that reason, I have marked 1, 2, 3. See. The remaining sentences you need to do, children. Till 8, you need to complete the sentences using the correct antonyms. Now, if you open your English grammar, page number 85. Open your English grammar tree, page number 85. Let us learn more about the antonyms. Let us practice more exercises based on antonyms to gain more knowledge. Antonyms. A word which is opposite in meaning to another word is known as its antonym. So good and bad are antonyms. So here are few antonyms which they have given for us: lost, found, first, last, by, sell, dark, light, young, old, deep, shallow, live, die, hot, cold. All these are antonyms which we use in our daily life, but we doesn't know the specific name of the word. That these words are called as antonyms. Try to practice. Here, A bit. Give the antonyms of the following words. Here, you need to write the antonyms of the words given. First one, small. What is the antonym of small? What is the opposite of small, children? Big, right? Most often you try to say tall. No. Here, if it is given like short, then you can talk about tall. But here the word given is small. Small, big. Big is the suitable and correct antonym. Second, early. For suppose, we usually use this word, right? I came early to school. If at all, if you didn't come early, then what is the word that you use? Will you say unearly? No, right? I'm late. So early, late. Third, love, hate. You love the person and at the same time you don't love. For that we can't say like don't love or unlove. We use the word hate. Fourth, wild. Wild means cruel. Here we have two types of animals, right? Wild animals which are so cruel, like they eat humans. The flesh eating animals are called as wild animals, right? And what are the other animals? Domestic animals. So what are those domestic animals? They doesn't harm people, whereas wild animals, they harm people. So these are the opposite: wild, domestic. Here I have written few antonyms. The remaining you need to do, children. Like sixth one, old. For old, there are two types of antonyms. One is new, other is young. So whichever word you write, both are the same. Same means both are correct. Here old. Old can be like old books. We can say new books. Right? Opposite. Old, like in age wise. If we consider in age wise old, then we can write young. So it depends on the situation and it depends on the sentence. Fifth one, open. You can write the opposite of open, right? High. Dull. Dull antonym is clever. So I have written few words, whereas you may feel difficult to answer these. That's the reason. The rest you need to fill till 12, children. Ninth one I have written life, death. Opposite of life is death, right? Next, you can form antonyms in many ways, as we have learned. One of them is by using a prefix. What is a prefix? If we add anything before the word, it is called as prefix. If we add anything after the word, it is called as suffix. Here we are adding something before the word, which is called as prefix, children. We are adding un before the word to convert it into an antonym, right? So a prefix is a letter or group of letters which is added before a word to form a new word. The meaning of the new word is usually different from that of the original word. After adding un to the word, will the meaning of the word remains the same? No, it changed. It changed completely opposite, right? So here are few words which you need to add un before the words to convert them into the antonyms. You need to add un prefix. Few I have done for you. Willing. By adding un, it becomes unwilling. Willing means you like to do. Unwilling, you are not interested, you don't like to do. Safe, unsafe. Safe means you are not in danger. So unsafe means you are in danger. Third one, fair, unfair. So like this, you need to add un before the word to convert it into an antonym. Complete these till 16th. Understood, children? So these are the worksheets which you have to do for today. Hope you all have understood, and these you need to do in your English grammar tree itself. Thank you. Have a nice day.